Back again with another one, and thank you for joining me in this FA Cup preview video where the FA Cup champions over there will be taking on Newcastle United at the Emirates Stadium at UK time 5:30 PM kickoff. So based on that day there, we saw the great performance of Arsenal triumphing Chelsea to result in this glorious picture where Aubameyang lifted the trophy up and prior to that dropped it. But we're sort of sat here a few months down the line. Have things really changed? Since then it's been, let's be honest, a massive roller coaster ride. We thought from the FA Cup triumph and then going on to beat Liverpool in the Community Shield, we were about to sort of see something special at Arsenal this season. We saw Gabriel Magalhaes and the great sign on deadline day of Thomas Partey, and we thought, wow, could this be the key ingredients to kick on from this amazing day so that we can actually challenge? Maybe challenging is being a bit too optimistic, but at least secure top four. And let's be honest, most Arsenal fans, despite recent events, a lot of us did think there was a great chance of us achieving Champions League football. Since then, the rhetoric has changed and we're not that great and our squad is apparently one of the worst teams in the league. I still don't believe that and I'm not buying that. But would things have been different had we not won that cup? Would Mikel Arteta been provided that time? I don't think so. I mean, winning that cup in the long run could be a curse. For me, I always want to see us win a trophy, and I'm glad. I won't take it back. I'm glad we won the cup, and I'm not going to deny that. But at the same time, I hope that triumph and winning that FA Cup won't make Arteta be sort of immune from criticism or immune from getting the sack. That shouldn't, because let's be honest, Wenger, towards the end of his tenure, was still getting the FA Cup and managing top four, but let's be honest, the majority of us still wanted him out. So I'm glad we won the FA Cup, but it's not the be all and the end all. After all, Mikel Arteta himself said it, a club like Arsenal needs to be competing for the biggest trophies, and that is the Champions League as well as the Premier League. So I like to sort of move on from that, and hopefully we can kick off with our defence of the FA Cup with a win against Newcastle tomorrow. So before I sort of crack on with the predicted lineup that I think I and Mikel Arteta will select, I have a few decent facts here I'd like to sort of share with you guys. So it is a third round, and insight number one: having lost their first three FA Cup ties with Newcastle, Arsenal have progressed/won 4 of their last 5 against the Magpies in the competition. Most recently, a 3-0 win at the Emirates in the 4th round back in 2008. Also, another insight: Newcastle's last 3 away games against Arsenal in the FA Cup have all ended in 3-0 defeats, in a 5th round replay in 1936, quarter-final replay in 2002, and a 4th round tie in 2008. Arsenal have only been... Sorry, before I move on to that, if you are a betting man or a betting woman, go to the bookies, put on a 3-0 win to Arsenal. According to that fact there, seems like you've got a decent shout to make money. There's me helping you out to have a decent weekend this weekend and make some money. Advice is free, by the way. You ain't gonna pay me nothing. Moving on to the next stat here. We've got Arsenal have only been eliminated at the 3rd round stage of the FA Cup. FA Cup in one of the last 24 campaigns, with that coming against Nottingham Forest in the last time they entered the competition as holders, and that was during Wenger's last season when just everything wasn't going well for us, including the FA Cup. Lastly, Newcastle have been eliminated from 10 of their last 11 FA Cup ties against fellow Premier League opposition, with the exception being a 2-1 win against Blackburn in January 2012. So they don't fare well against Premier League oppositions. So going back to my statement there, if you are a betting person, 3-0 down, yeah, 3-0 to the Arsenal, and you're going to have a great weekend. Well, I'd like to think anyway, based on that stats. Anyways, moving on to the predicted lineup. So I'm going to go with the lineup I think Mikel Arteta will deploy tomorrow. And then after that, I'm going to go with the lineup I'd like to see. So this is the lineup I've gone with for that I reckon Mikel Arteta will select. And you might be thinking, what? Runnison? Mate, you're bonkers. You've not seen that performance against Man City. Yeah, I have. Likewise, I've seen plenty of poor performances by Bellerin, Xhaka, Aubameyang, Laka, Willian, etc. And they get to play every week in, week out. And I think Arteta is quite a stubborn man. And despite what you would like to think, I think he's going to stick to his principle and be stubborn and select Runnison. That's just my opinion. He might prove me wrong. Maybe I don't know Arteta's as well as I think I do anyway. But I reckon he will go over Runnison. And moving on to the other players, we've got Cedric as a right back. I reckon he'll go with bring back David Luiz. Gabriel is back and he has announced that this week on his social media. So be decent, see him get game time. Although, actually I'll get onto my team lineup. I've got Ainsley. Since Collar has left, it seems like we've only got Kieran Tierney as our proper left back. Bowler is back from his loan spell. I just don't think Arteta will trust him to bring him into the squad. So I reckon Ainsley will continue to play out there. In terms of midfield, we've got El Nene, Ceballos, and I reckon Emil Smith-Rowe will be given a rest and Willock will play instead. And in terms of the top three, we've got Willian on the left-hand side, Nicolas Pepe, and his favourite project, Eddie Nketiah. And that's the lineup I reckon Arteta will go for. Yes, I know Thomas Partey is back in full training. I just don't think he will risk it, and this is not the type of game to start him. However, I would like to see Thomas Partey being given some minutes towards the end. Hopefully, whilst we're winning comfortably, bring him on and see out the last 10, 15, 20 minutes of the game. This is the lineup I like to sort of see. I've gone with Bernd Leno just because I don't trust Runnison. Yes, I know it's risky, and if anything was to happen to Leno, we will have to go back and rely onto the Icelandic goalkeeper. But why are we in such a situation that this is happening? For me, it's imperative that we get a decent backup, because if Leno, God forbid, if anything happens to Leno, oh my god, I don't want to see it. And plus, we're also forgetting that they've got Andy Carroll, yeah? And when Andy Carroll up against Runnison, do you really want to see that? Because I don't. That's like getting the Big Show to fight Rey Mysterio back in WWE during his prime. And if you are not familiar with WWE, then it's like getting Anthony Joshua to fight Manny Pacquiao. Just two different weight divisions. It's not the same. It's not fair. You know, it's child abuse. We can't have Andy Carroll going up against Runnison. It's not fair. No, I won't have it. Therefore, Leno. And we need to go out and secure a secondary keeper, because Runnison is not it, in my opinion. Not it. Moving on swiftly, we've got Cedric as our right back, or my preferred right back, and that's because, why have I gone with Cedric? Why have I not gone with Bellerin? Just because I don't want to see Bellerin no more. I want to see Cedric. Yeah, I want to see Cedric, and I want to see Ainsley play as a right back during the Premier League, and KT on there. But I'm going to go with Cedric. I've gone with David Luiz and Marie. And the reason I've gone with Marie, because for me, Gabs is our main player for the Prem. And I think Marie should be our second backup to Gabriel. And some might say, yes, play both of them. But I just can't see it happening. I can never see Arteta deploying two left-footed centre-backs. Can never, ever, ever. He's mentioned it so many times that there needs to be a balance. And he was very adamant throughout last season. He wanted a left-footed centre-back to play as the left centre-back role. Hence why we signed two. since his arrival in Marie and Gabriel. So I just can't see him mixing the two. So I've gone with Marie. I've gone with Ainsley. And in terms of the midfield, I've gone with Xhaka, just because Xhaka, for me, is not allowed to play in the Premier League. Not for me. Not good enough. Yes, I know he had that amazing game when he came back. I believe it was against Chelsea after suspension. But Xhaka has those games once in a blue moon. And yeah, he's had his so far this season. And I don't think he will match that display. So I will deploy Xhaka for this game. Gone with El Nene. I've gone with Willock, same reason, because the Emil Smith role needs a rest. I've gone with Pepe, and I brought in Nelson, Nelson, because I don't want to see Willian. For me, we are talking about getting rid of the Deadwoods, and we're doing that brilliantly. It looks like Ozil's leaving, it looks like Socrates is on his way out, Kolasinac has gone, and let's be real, Willian is part of that Deadwood. Yes, he might not be here as long as the others, but he's still, regardless, Deadwood. So Willian, Deadwood, go. I would like to do everything within our powers, to make him not feel wanted at the club. Therefore, he just looks elsewhere. There's rumours that Real Betis are looking at his situation. Hopefully, we can make him just, feel that he's not needed here. He's not really required within the team. And just make him feel like a French player. Therefore, he just thinks to himself, you know what? Despite of my love of the London lifestyle and me running the restaurant here in London, I'm just going to pack my bags and go elsewhere, because I just have no future here at Arsenal. Because reality is, we should prioritise Nelson and Pepe over Willian all day long. And that's including Saka and Martinelli. And I've not included them because they should be rested and preserved for the Premier League. So for me, Willian, no, not for me. He's on too much salary, and he's not as good as the players that we have in front of him, and they're younger. No, so Nelson gets in, Pepe, and of course, my boy, Balogun. Balogun will play, and I'm hoping he smashes it. I really, really hope Arteta gives him that opportunity. I don't want to see him just come off the bench with 10 minutes remaining. I want to see Balogun start, and hopefully he can get a few goals, and that might persuade him to sign a contract. In terms of my score prediction, I'm going to be stupid to go against the 3-0, aren't I? So we're going to sort of say 3-0, because this has told me to back the 3-0 movement. 3-0 there, so I'm going to go with 3-0 win to the Arsenal. So if you could please let me know if you agree with my prediction, and if you agree with my lineup, and what is your score prediction, and who would you change in a team lineup. As always, thank you. Please like, subscribe, and all the best, guys. Have a great weekend.